Hey guys, here I am today with my great friend Mark Pattison from San Diego. And Mark and I, and maybe Mary, if she makes it on here in time, are going to introduce somebody we're super excited who's going to be joining us at eXp, joining our family. And Mark, how's it going out in San Diego? What's the real estate world like these days?
It's going well. It's been crazy. So it's what I think about it is it's been a blessing. Like 2020 was such an odd year, and having our group and just bouncing ideas off from when it first hit in March to what's going on now, it's been a quick year. It seemed like the longest year, but I look back, I'm like, how is it already 2021? But it's been good.
Right, because we went from the lowest of lows of everyone just panicking with the shutdowns, and then everyone working together to pivot to, not everyone's in this position, but we've been fortunate to be able to make some really good outcomes. There's always got to be a silver lining. And how can we turn this around and survive it, all of us together, right? And then to go from surviving, I think, to thriving. And it's turned out to be one of our really great years.
Yes, and I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. If it didn't turn out to the way it was for real estate, if I wasn't at eXp and I wasn't surrounded by just great minds, it's that flight or flight. Like I would have made it no matter what.
Yeah.
I'm the type of person, no matter what situation you put me in, you're not gonna be able to drown me. Like I'm gonna freaking get out. So I think no matter what, and I always think of I wonder about the people that kind of are complacent, and that kind of brings us to this is like we get in our routine. Change is hard. Changing brokerages is not easy. So this person that we're going to introduce is like been wanting to, like we just talked with her a second ago, been wanting to do it for a while. And it's that change. And that's what 2021 was, is like this huge change for us. And we had to change our business model. We had to change our finances. We had to change everything.
We did.
And now we get to introduce people that are changing brokerages, which is a big pain in the butt, but it's something that we wish we would have done sooner.
And Mark, that's what people say all the time is, I'm sending Mary the link as we go. That's something people say all the time is it's going to be a lot of effort. And that's one of the things I know with both of us that slowed us down the longest, was that, for both of us, we had a team. Even if you don't have a team, it's a big decision. But then it becomes that paralysis analysis thing, right? It's like, should I do it or should I not? Should I this or should I not? And that was, I mean, no joke. That's a real challenge. The struggle is real, as they say, whenever it's that. And it's just, finally for me, Mark, it came to the point I said, well, now that I know this thing exists, it's there whether I want it to be there or not. And so I'm going to have to make the decision to jump off the cliff and give it a whirl. And what's the worst that could happen? If I don't like it, I can make a change back. Thankfully, that didn't happen. But I said the other risk is I don't do it. And then I'm sitting around, with regret thinking if only I had done it, then look at all the fun that Mark, Mary, Kyle, all these folks are having without me, which would not have been cool. So
definitely. I agree with that. And also just like you said, we had a team, so it took us a little bit longer. A lot of people think eXp is just for teams, which that's not correct. There's a lot of solo agents that kick butt. It's just a traditional brokerage. There's nothing different. We're a cloud-based brokerage. We're more the Amazon, the Netflix kind of idea, the Ubers of today. But if you're a solo agent or you're a team, eXp still works for everyone. The whole reason why I was drawn to eXp, whether I was a solo agent or a team leader, was not the rev share. It was not the stock. It was the accessibility to amazing agents. It was having Tammy, Mary, Kyle, Dan as my family tree for eXp. That's what brought me to eXp. So whether I'm solo or a team leader or an agent on a team, why don't you want access to, people pay thousands of dollars to have access to these people. I have them for free. I actually get paid to be a part of the group. So I just kind of want to go over that. It's like being a solo agent or being a team agent. It works for both sides.
No, it really does. And speaking of our family, there's Mary as well. Hey, Mary, how are you?
Hi, happy 2021.
Can you believe it? Can you believe the year of 2020 is actually over in our rearview mirror?
Thank goodness.
2021 is going to be the same.
I keep laughing, hoping those memes aren't true that say, what if 2021 says, hold my beer, and watch what I can do. Yeah, it's actually turned out great, I think, for a lot of us, and we're very grateful for that and sympathetic to those, that it's not been great for. But thankfully, at least the entire world hasn't ended, so that's Good. So whether Mary and I both ran our own brokerages, and Mark, you were a top producing team at the time that we all joined. This agent we're bringing on today is a solo agent and is one of the most amazing people. And I just can't wait to show who this is. So without further ado, let's welcome Ella Jones to our eXp family.
Hi, everybody.
This has been a long time coming. I keep a board of people that not people that I want to recruit. I keep a board of people that I want to be in business with. Because now that's how I feel. Mark and Mary and I, they're on San Diego and we're in business. We share ideas. I'm like, Mary, I need that font. Mark's like, hey, get me that checklist that you had. You know, we really on a day-to-day basis are in business. So I keep a list of people that would be my dream list, whether they're a team, a solo agent, but just a neat person. And Ella Jones is the epitome of that. I've been talking to these guys. They can tell you for the longest. And I've been saying, you know, who's going to love eXp when she decides to join, because she will, because it was made for her. It's this lady right here, because all she does is give and share and give and share. And so, Ella, that's why I thought of you, girl. And I guess that's what's gotten you here. So what are your thoughts so far?
Well, thank you. And I'm so honored and excited about this whole new adventure. It kind of happened fast. We went to Texas to visit my daughter, and all the stars aligned. And I ended up meeting with Tammy, and my husband and I met with Tammy, and not even 10 minutes. I approached you, and not even 10 minutes, her and Darren were like, okay. And I saw the look in Darren's eyes, and he's like, do this, sign up right now. And I was like, okay. So it was.
Darren's like the numbers guy, and I hadn't even gotten through all of everything. And he's like, so what are the downside? What are the holdup? What's the problem? Let's just do this. So okay. And he's right.
Yeah. And Tammy, you explained everything. You were never, coming after me like people, the misconception. I came to you, and like I said, the stars aligned, and I knew it was the right thing. It was the right fit. I've always talked to Mark, and I've adored Mark forever. You're a stand-up, honest, great guy. I trust you, Tammy, and I know this is just the way of the future. Like, I don't want to be left behind. I want to join with you guys with the best. I want to be in the best.
And I gave, when you were here, Mary, you brought some incredible materials to our last mastermind. And so I told her, I said, Ella, your marketing, it's another thing you have in common with all of us, right? We all like beautiful, quality marketing. So I said, Ella, you're going to flip over these. So I gave her your beautiful brochures, we're not all in the same boat. We're all in the same storm, all the different things you've put out there lately. And that's all the kind of sharing that's so amazing, Ella. What you're going to find out, I was thinking over this weekend, you know that old expression, you can choose your friends, you can't choose your family. Well, that's the cool thing about this when it comes to real estate. You can choose your real estate family now. You can really choose who you align with. And that's what's so game-changing about all of this. Like I said, models are models and whatever. A brokerage can only do so much. But what this brokerage did is it created a system where you can choose your real estate family. You choose who you're going to work with and spend your time. And that's what really, for me, was eye-opening.
Yeah. I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have listened to you guys. The timing was right. And the more I am learning about it, everybody's just, the amount that they give you is way more. I wasn't unhappy with my brokerage. But if you're not changing, if you're not evolving, Tom Ferry says it even, we all got to change, grow. Don't be scared. Nobody. Doesn't matter if you're 21 or 91. Embrace it. Embrace the change.
Now, Ella, the hardest thing about doing an interview with Ella is, if y'all don't know her personally, she is probably the most humble person you will ever meet. So it's hard to get her to talk about herself, right? She's just so humble. But this lady, I believe your best year or two ago, she sold around $10 million, which is a huge feat, but she did it while she had an additional full-time job.
Yeah, and I was taking care of my dad too at the time. It can be done. And you know what? I just see the future with everything I'm going to learn, all the trainings, and being surrounded by, you guys are all eagles, you soar. So I'm just so excited. It was, it was a little bit rougher here in Southern California, but like Mark says, you put your head down, grind every day, and you keep going. And I'm excited about 2021 and the future.
Well, and when you surround yourself with people that are kicking butt and you're looking around and you're like, well, I better start doing some more. That's how I feel when with this group, you surround yourself with the type of people that we are, it's inevitable that you rise. Like everyone's going to rise to the top.
I love that, Mark. That I tell people that all the time. One of my favorite things is right when you and I had been talking, and you were like, "I think I'm going to make the move. I'm going to do this." And you sent me a screenshot of your team being #1 at Big Block at that time. I had been for a while, #1 team there, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's great too. That's a big deal. I can see where you'd like that." And Mark writes back and he goes, "No, I don't want to be anywhere I'm #1." He's like, I want to get there, but I want more things to aspire to, right? I don't want to be like, well, you're a young guy and I'm capped out. I'm just at the top of the game. He's like, no, I want to be pushed and challenged. And Ella and I talked about this. I said, as amazing as you are, she was saying, I want people I can look to help me grow and do bigger and do more.
Yeah.
And also to just jump in there, it's also, we can share the mistakes that we've learned along the way to help you get there faster. And I think that that's wildly important.
It's huge. That's the reason when Wes and I started in real estate in only 2015, we joined coaching from the very beginning because I said, I don't want to take this long to get to #1. I want to take this long, and I can't do it all myself. I need to learn what everyone else has done wrong, right? Because that's how I learn. And I can say, oh, no, Ella, if you want to hire an assistant, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the disc profile. Let's talk about all these things. So it's really just shortening that path to whatever it is you want to do. Because there are people in our group who have done it. And if we've done it, we've kind of stumbled along the way. And we've done some things right and we've made some mistakes. Am I right? I'm sure you guys can attest.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, and whether you're a solo agent or a team, it doesn't matter. We all want to grow, serve more families, do more business. And that's the beauty about our group. I think our family tree, as Mark called it, is we're so focused on production and serving clients and serving our community. The revenue share, the stock options, all of that is great, but that will come as long as we continue to focus on building real estate businesses. And no matter where you're at, no matter where you want to go.
You're right. Let's face it, we all had heard of what the model was before we cared. We didn't care until we knew what people we were going to be involved with, right? I saw Kyle and Mary, didn't know Dan yet, but now know him very well. And I was like, I want to be with them. And then I said, well, forget that. I can do better. I can go pick out who else I want to be with me. And I was like, Mark, you are one of the people that this opportunity was built for. And I said, way back at the time, I was like, Ella Jones, this opportunity was built for. So everyone can benefit in different ways. But Ella is one of those people, you guys know, she's always on Facebook sharing and giving of herself anyway. So this now gives her an opportunity to go out there and start choosing some people she wants to work with, even if they live in Idaho or New Jersey. It just doesn't matter, right? And it's just an abundance mindset.
I have so
100%.
much to learn. I see her stuff all the time. I'm so excited. I know that there is so much for me to learn from her when it comes to marketing. And I'm Canva illiterate, so I know I've got a lot to learn.
Yeah, queen. Yes. Well, Ella, we just want to thank you and thank you for coming on today. I know that this is, the kind of thing, like I say, you're so humble. It's hard to come on and talk about yourself sometime, but anybody who wants to know more about how you become part of such an amazing group, reach out to Ella, reach out to Mark. Any of us would help you at any time. I think it's interesting to mention that Mark technically is not directly in Ella's line. But it doesn't matter, right? Because we all help one another so much. Mark was the first one to go, man, I'm down for it. Put me on. Let's edify one another. He goes, Ella's awesome. I want to be there and help her. And Ella would do anything to help Mark, right? So it's definitely an abundance mindset coming from a place of, as Mark and Mary both say on a regular basis, isn't this the most fun you've ever had in real estate? It really is. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing about it is the reason why I love real estate so much is you can constantly be challenged. And the thing about eXp, like I said, I was number one at my previous brokerage for, whatever months for that. But you can be number one at eXp. I could maybe get to be the number one in California at eXp. Who knows? But there's other things about eXp that I can never be number one because there's so much involvement with like the rev share, the stock, the giving back, me doing all the courses that I'm giving. So Ella, I just added you into my course, by the way, because you're part of the eXp family. That's one of the benefits we add. So I charge for these courses, and anyone in my eXp group, it's free. So all the coursework, all that stuff, and that's the things like you can never get bored. There's always something new with eXp, and that's why I'm so excited. I love this company.
And you are all hosting a class. I'm not able to attend because I was just in Texas. So you guys have that great class coming up.
Yes, the 24th through the 27th, because big things happen in Texas. Apparently, you decided to switch to eXp in Texas. We're doing an event in Texas, in Austin.
Yeah.
And April, we're looking to do Nashville. We're going to do 4 events this year. So if you can't make it to this one, don't despair. We're open to do Nashville in April, and hopefully before then have dates and locations set for the other 2. So if anybody has ideas or suggestions, we're like, why not travel around and go see different parts of the country while we're at it? So if you got some suggestions on where, just throw those down below and we'll consider those as well.
I think one of them I suggested is Florida Keys, which would be fun.
Did say that. Yeah, so that'd
be a fun one. Or like Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Do like a winter one.
See, never an end of ideas with these guys.
No, there's too many places. I'll go everywhere.
I love it.
How about Italy?
Sure. Oh, that could be one. Yeah, if we hit a certain number, we can go. Oh, I'm going everywhere. When COVID is done, I'm flying everywhere. I'm like
same.
Yeah.
Counting the days. Matter of fact, Savannah is now leaning toward not getting married in Greece, but possibly Italy. We're kicking around just based on the venues that we have to choose from. You start looking deeper. So who knows? Maybe y'all all be coming to Italy for that at the least, because we are a family now. So y'all got to come.
That works for me.
I knew it would.
We're in business and life together, my friend.
Yes, we are.
And I want to say, Tammy and Wes, you guys showed us Fredericksburg, and we just fell in love with it. It's a lot like Fullerton. So I'm telling everybody, go to Fredericksburg. Don't even go to Waco. Like Fredericksburg is 100 times better. So
yes.
And now Mary has not been yet, but she's about to, because you're going to get to visit before or after Austin. We got to get all that worked out, right?
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Can't wait.
Ella, welcome. There's much more to come. Today is just the very, very tip of the iceberg, just the beginning. But we are so happy and proud to have you as part of our family.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome, Ella.
Absolutely. Welcome to the family.